Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and today is Wednesday. So far, we have had a very volatile market, and that is in part due to the earnings this week. You all know that we had Netflix on yesterday, and we had Tesla this evening. Both of those are very big dogs. But before we get too far into it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. So, all right, let's talk about it. Yesterday, Netflix had earnings. We saw Netflix shoot up in the after hours. However, it came back down right in the pre-market this morning. It shot up. I was hoping it held. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw I made a very risky play before market closed. Of course, it did not come out profitable due to Netflix coming back down before open this morning. However, hey, take money to make money, right? No risk, no reward. And that is in part, although it went up, it had a very high implied volatility. So that's why you have to understand options before you get in here and start playing this game. Because things like implied volatility and theta will eat up your call option. I bet it the right way. However, it did not go up high enough for me to make any money. So that's that. We know today in after hours, Tesla had earnings. So Tesla had its earnings today. I have not checked in on Big Tesla. We can probably do that today if you all want to. But I know that I feel like Tesla's going to do well. I love Tesla as a company. You all know that. So in the after hours, it is only up 1.45%, and that's $10. So I'm glad I didn't bet on Tesla today as a risky pick for the day. But we know extremely volatile market this week, and I do believe that it's going to continue. We have more earnings on top of next week. We have July interest rate hikes, and we have the GDP coming out. So very volatile week. You all have to be careful in this market. If you've been trading Monday, Tuesday, or today, Wednesday, you have seen how the market can start off up for the day, come all the way back down in the red, and then eventually end up really flat for the day. While we're talking about it, let's check out what the market did today. We got the Dow up 0.15%, S&P 500 up 0.59%, NASDAQ up 1.58%, and the Russell up 1.59%. I'm going to give the NASDAQ and the Russell being up highly due to tech, right? Tech. We know tech earnings, Netflix, we know Tesla, we know a lot of other techs this week. And they've been doing, I guess, decent. They have not been performing bad, but they've been performing decent. So it's not enough to make the stock run up like crazy in after hours. However, it is enough for us to be up in green, and that's what we want to see. It's beautiful, and the VIX constantly coming down. One thing I'm loving seeing, right? The crude oil prices coming down. I told you I still believe this is going to come down. I want to say I predicted a little late. I predicted August, but I do see things continue to come down unless Russia pulls a fast one on us. I believe that oil and gas prices at the pump will continue to come down through August. So let's hope on that one. We got our fear and greed. It's at that 39, you all. We loving to see it, right? We love it. When it hits that 50, we really gonna be making money again. And talking about making money, right? You all know we got some stocks we got to talk about. One of the main ones being Google. Google had their stock split. Google is now affordable for you and I. It is now affordable for you and I. You are no longer having to pay $2,000 or $3,000 a share. You can buy, 30 of them for $3,000 or whatever the case may be. So now Google is affordable for the little man like you and I. So you all know, for me, I like Google as a company. I was already buying fractional shares, which are now whole shares, and it has been going up. Now you all see I have it at the 6 month. It is down 12% for the past 6 months. We all know that the highs were in like January. So 20% for the year, actually, for the year to date is down 21%. However, if you've been dollar cost averaging or buying at these lows with me, you should be expecting to be back up very, very soon. On the 5-day, we are up 4.41%. On the 1 day, we're up very flat. The entire market's flat, but we are green and we loving to see it. So that's what we have. One thing I did feel like I had to check out with you all, right? I found this article. I thought it had some really good information. I'm going to end the video on this. Goldman Sachs, the economy is going to slow a lot. But there's one big upside, right? And I just found this one piece of it that I thought was essential. The economist sees a 30% chance of a recession within the next 12 months and just under a 50% probability within 2 years. Goldman Sachs is modeling for GDP growth of 1.4% next year. So this says within the next 12 months, right? So that could mean next week. That could mean in January. That could mean, next June, July. So we may have a very long time of this economic pressure on us. However, the upside, the backdrop for a less hawkish Federal Reserve, according to Merkle and his team at Goldman Sachs, is essentially a cooling job market that is driving down inflation. The investment bank said in a new note this week it expects non-farm payrolls growth to fall sharply to $150,000 a month in the second half of this year. By 2023, Goldman Sachs is predicting the job market will create 60,000 jobs a month on average. That is crazy. That is crazy. So, you guys know, you see what I see, right? You can feel free to interpret that however you want. I told you all how I feel. I feel like we may be in a technical recession, and we shall find out next week. I feel like we are still bullish in the market. And that's just how I think things are going to go. Hopefully you all have a screenshot of my chart. And if not, matter of fact, let me end the video with that instead. Because I love to look at it. I was a little high on my point right here. And I was a little high on my low. But essentially, I charted this thing fairly perfect. So for those of you all, make sure you learn your charts. Make sure you study this thing. Because you want to be able to predict it the same way I predicted it here. So we saw it, we knew it was going to go up, we knew it was going to come back down, we knew it was going to come up. However, I predicted it high, but I still had the lines here. I still had good lines. We knew it was going to come down, and literally it hit every last point up until here. Now, this is the point where I feel like we're at a breakout. I do believe that we have one or two more times to come back down, but I can see us hitting this 401 sometime within the next couple of weeks, depending on the news from the economic news going forward. So that's what I have for you guys. Make sure you take a screenshot of that chart. Make sure you all continue to follow along. And I thank you all for joining Journey to Become Wealthy. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.